Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, March 30th, and today we're going to start out by reading Llama Llama Red Pajama. Let me go ahead and get my size. Okay, so this is the morning message and read aloud. Okay, so my morning message is that I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I've seen that you're all working really hard, so you definitely deserve some time to just relax and enjoy your time with your family. Okay, and I also want to tell you that this week's going to look a little bit different than last week. There's no packets, and I put a little schedule of what to do for the week on Class Dojo and then also on Facebook, so you can check there to see it. And then if you can't see it, just let me know. Message me through Class Dojo, or probably message me through Class Dojo, and then I will make sure that by the time we're finished talking that you're able to see it. Okay, it's not going to be quite as much work, and hopefully this week it's a little bit more fun, not as much paper pencil, but a few more activities that you'll enjoy. We combined social studies and reading together, so that way there's just one activity that you do that'll take care of social studies and reading. And then we also combined science and writing, so that way there's only one activity that you do that will take care of both of those, and then math will be separate. So every day there'll be 3 things that you'll do. You'll do a social studies, which is combined with reading, and then you'll do a science, which is combined with writing, and then you'll do a math activity. Okay, so I think it's going to be a great week. Please let me know, parents, if you're listening, please let me know if there's any issues that you see. Again, this is brand new for all of us, so I'm sure that I will make a million mistakes before we feel confident. I don't know if confidence is an appropriate word to use for the situation we're all learning, but please let me know if there's anything that I can do that you feel will be helpful, or anything that I'm doing that you think maybe is not so helpful. I would welcome the feedback. So this is called Llama Llama Red Pajama. Okay, now a lot of you have seen it before. I'm gonna get a little bit closer so you guys can see the pictures. Llama Llama Red Pajama. Get that glare out of the way. Llama Llama Red Pajama. This is for my own little llamas, with thanks to Tracy, Denise, and Deborah. Llama Llama Red Pajama reads a story with his mama. Oh, that's so sweet. Mama kisses baby's hair. Mama Llama goes downstairs. Saying goodbye. Llama Llama Red Pajama feels alone without his mama. Baby llama wants a drink. Mama's at the kitchen sink. Can you kind of see with the dark colors and the way it's swirled, the way that maybe we think baby llama is feeling? Llama Llama Red Pajama calls down to his mama. Mama says she'll be up soon. Baby llama hums a tune. Looks like he's waiting pretty patiently. Llama Llama Red Pajama waiting for his mama. Mama isn't coming yet. Baby llama starts to fret. Means to worry. Llama Llama Red Pajama whimpers softly for his mama. Mama llama hears the phone. Baby llama starts to moan. Us moms can sometimes be on the phone for a little while, huh? Llama Llama Red Pajama listens quiet for his mama. What is Mama Llama doing? Baby llama starts boo-hooing. She's on the phone with Grandma, maybe. Llama Llama Red Pajama hollers loudly for his mama. Baby llama stomps and pouts. Baby llama jumps and shouts. Not so patient anymore. Llama, llama, red pajama, in the dark, without his mama. Eyes wide open, covers drawn. What if Mama Llama's gone? Oh my. I don't think he's yawning. Llama, llama, red pajama, weeping, wailing for his mama. Will his mama ever come? Mama llama, run, run, run! She must have been kind of scared. He must have put up quite a holler. Baby llama, what a tizzy. Sometimes mama's very busy. Please stop all this llama drama and be patient for your mama. Little llama, don't you know Mama Llama loves you so? Mama Llama's always near, even if she's not right here. Llama, llama, red pajama, gets 2 kisses from his mama, snuggles pillow soft and deep. Baby llama goes to sleep. The end. What a happy ending. Okay, so I may or may not have accidentally let that fall down to the ground on accident. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with reading. Okay, reading. Okay, so for reading today, if you look at your schedule, you're going to be reading a book on, there's an assignment. If you go into that website that is on there, or if you have the app, if you already have the Kids A to Z app, then you can go into there, and then you just click on reading, and then my assignments, okay? Let me kind of show you what I mean, okay? So here, this is Miss Sanchez's page, and I'm gonna click into Nathaniel's. Okay, so I click into it. Okay, what happened? Okay. Looks like my internet's acting up a little bit. While it is getting better, I'll go ahead and explain the vocabulary from this assignment, okay? So this book is called Stars and Stripes. You're gonna go into my assignments, and it's gonna have you listen to it, read it, and answer questions. Today, all you have to do is listen to it. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to read it on your own unless you want to. Definitely, the more you practice, the better off everything will be. Oh, look, it just came out. So when you go into HeadSprout, you'll click on reading. Instead of, I'm sorry, not HeadSprout, into Kids A to Z, you'll go into reading. Instead of, I always tell you go to the green world to go to HeadSprout, but you'll go to reading. And then down here, you'll see this little spaceship thing right there that says My Assignment, okay? So if you go into My Assignment, then it will have your, it'll already pull up that book for you called Stars and Stripes for you to start reading it, okay? It's right here. Stars and Stripes, okay? So you're going to just click on the headphones to listen to it today. I'm going to go over some vocabulary that you're going to see in the book. Okay, so some vocabulary that you're going to see in Stars and Stripes is, you'll see the word and, we all know that word already, our, and we. So when we come across those words, remember that's and, our, and we. I think the one that's probably the trickiest that I want to remind you of especially is our, okay? That word is our. Some new vocabulary is the word bold. Bold is like if something is a lot darker, okay? Like these words that I made are much bolder than the words that you'll see in the textbook because they're thicker and darker. Okay, colonies are what the states were called before we were a country. Okay, we weren't the United States, so we couldn't be states. We were colonies that were owned by a different country. So this word is colonies. Okay, this word is country. That C-O-U could be a little tricky. So just remember when you see this word, that's country. This is Flag Day, and they're going to talk about Flag Day in your book, a day celebrating the flag. And then this word is formed, okay? And formed just means made, okay? So remember, if you have a hard time with the word, I always say take off the ending and see if you can read it without the ending. I see the sight word or, and then form, and then the ed, just a d, so formed. Anytime you have trouble with the word, just cover up the ending and see if it makes it a little bit easier, okay? So those are the vocabulary words for reading, and today all you're going to have to do is listen to the story, okay, for reading. And that is also social studies because we are learning about symbols and mottos for our country, and the flag is one of the biggest symbols we have for our country. So you're going to learn about the American flag this week. Okay, so next I'm going to talk to you about science. Okay, so for science today, you are going to watch a video, okay? The video is posted as a YouTube video and it's about interdependence. I'm just gonna go ahead and explain what interdependence is with a little fish tank that I made for you. And then you can click on the video and watch it, okay? So here I have, I'm sorry, this is called interdependence, okay? Interdependence, that's a really tricky word that if we were in the classroom, I would have that word plastered all over so that we could see it, we'd be practicing it a lot, okay? So interdependence just means that two things both need each other to survive, okay? Two things both need each other to survive. So an example would be, if we were in school, I would have ordered a fish with a plant, and we would have all watched how the fish would still stay alive even if we didn't feed it. And no, that's not being cruel because the fish could eat what? Right? The fish could eat the plant. That's why the fish is dependent on the plant, okay? But what do plants need to grow? What do plants need to grow? They need soil, right? And you can only imagine how the fish can create soil or something for the plant to help it grow after it eats. Okay, think about that. Think about what the fish is going to have come from its body to make a soil or something to help the plant grow. Okay, so then the fish is able to eat the plant, but then the plant is able to survive because of the fish. So they're both dependent on each other. So that is an example of interdependence, okay? And if you click into that video, on that YouTube video, it'll explain it a little bit more, okay? But that's just a little visual for you, and I will go ahead and I will post those on Class Dojo, that with the vocabulary, so that way you're able to see them a little bit better, okay? So now we're going to move on to math. Doing things in a bit of a different order because we combined some of the subjects, okay? So for math, you all have a Brain Pop video to watch, okay? Math, you have a Brain Pop video, and I put the username and password in there. Okay, the username is Stonewall with the underscore ES, that stands for elementary school. And then the password is just Brain Pop. All lowercase letters, all together, no spaces. Brain Pop. Okay, so if you just click on the link that I sent you, you'll be able to watch that video at Brain Pop. It's going to be about parts of a whole, okay? Because we're going to start learning about learning about fractions and how things are split apart. And the one thing I want you to know about today is that fractions can only be a real fraction if both sides are equal, okay? It can only be a real fraction if both sides are equal. So I'm gonna take one of our, from last week, right? We did this living or non-living things. Now I'm gonna break it in half. I'm gonna fold it in half so that I make sure it has 2 equal parts. Okay. Okay, so this is the whole, and this is one half of that whole, and this is the other half of that whole, okay? This is one half, and this is the other half. Those are both part of this whole. Now, if I would have ripped it right here, if I would have ripped it like this, we don't have a half. This is not a half, and this is not a half. They both have to be the same size, okay? They both have to be equal parts to make it a half, okay? So I have half here and half here because they're both the same size. Okay, so I want you to watch that brain pop video today, but today what I want you to understand is that you cannot have half of something unless it was split equally, unless it's fair. Think about if you were having a piece of cake that you were sharing with your brother or sister. You would want them to have the same amount of cake as you have if you are being fair. Only if they have the same amount of cake as you have, only then can you say, we split it in half. She has half, or he has half, and I have half. If they have a little bit more than you, or you have a little bit more than them, you cannot say you split it in half, okay? That's not a half. So that's the big takeaway for today in math for a fraction. So go ahead and watch that brain pop video. And you do not have to do the quiz at the end. You're welcome to, of course. It's not going to stop you from doing it. But there just are some certain things in the video, like the way that the numbers are written with the 1 over the 2, that we're not learning about yet in first grade. I just wanted you guys to see the visuals of the pie being split, and it talks about exactly what I did with the with breaking things into equal pieces. Okay, so go ahead and definitely take the quiz if you want to. It's not required though. And I hope you all enjoy doing your lessons today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.